If you could just start by stating your name and your position here at the university.
Yes, my name is Naohiro Kato, Naohiro. Last name is Kato, and I am an associate professor at the LSU.
Tell me about your research that you were doing leading up to the discovery of the biodegradables. What were you looking at?
Yes, so I'm a plant cell biologist. I'm not engineer who creating a bioplastic. No, I haven't experience, and I no formal education on that ones. I'm interested in cells, where the lipid and oils make and where it goes. So I'm also plant biologist, which meaning I like plant. And what happened was in the year 2012, I started looking at microalgae, which is the tiny creatures which you can find in any water bodies, in the pond, rivers, and the oceans. And that's we call microalgae. That's also, we think like a tiny version of plants. It's a single cells and has chloroplast or photosynthesis going on. So it's easier to study at the single cell level. So I started looking at the cells. So my question is how oils accumulated and where it goes inside of cells. And at the same time, I have a family friend who lives in New Orleans, and they are the one who want to change the way to celebrate Mardi Gras. And at one of the party I was invited, where the Mardi Gras parade is going on, a bunch of their friends are all thinking about environment. They want change. They try to they recycle Mardi Gras bees that they initiated, and they also find toxicities of Mardi Gras bees. And as a biologist, I say, then why just throw the biodegradable plastics? Because I'm not specialized in that field. I know such a product already available. You can find utensils and forks and cups. So I said, hey, just easy answer, just we can buy. And then I came home and studied a little bit, and I quickly learned that it's actually very difficult to do so. Although technically it's possible because already on the market, meaning already on the company making it. But economically, it's very challenge. The biggest challenge is that it's any bioplastics, it costs about 10 times more than regular plastics. So if you are big corporate, it still makes sense. If you don't replace the plastic straws to paper straws or biodegradable straws, it costs 10 times more, but still only few portion of the profit for the corporate, and it's great advertisement to public. So public likes the environment, so that publics buy that product more. So as a result, as a company, they can get more profit as well. So it's economically it works. But in case of Mardi Gras, it's different. The person who purchases Mardi Gras bees, the Mardi Gras cruise, which is a regular person like you and me, just want to have fun. We don't expect any return. We don't expect any customers. Basically, we just throws, and people just likes it. So if saying, hey, this is the biodegradable Mardi Gras bees are available for you, but it costs 10 times more, which means you can throw only 1/10 of Mardi Gras bees. So why, even though you concern environment, big quantity environment, still kind of a limbos, and people won't take it. So that's the biggest problem. So the goal becomes how we can reduce the cost to produce bioplastic or biodegradable plastics. And I quickly learned that algae I'm working on actually a big producer of oil that can convert to plastic easily. So first attempt is that, since we have a big land in Louisiana, and the fact Louisiana is one of the best places to grow microalgae because it's hot, humid, and a lot of water-rich source. So we can grow the algae, And then we can directly make the plastic. We don't need extract or purify. So reason why bioplastics 10 times more expensive than regular plastics that you have to extract. For example, the plastic made from starch. Starch comes from the corn. You have to grow the corn, and you cannot convert the plastic directly from the corn. You have to extract. That costs money, and then you purify it. That also costs money. Then you can convert to plastic. That also make a cost. So that all accumulate makes 10 times more. So first idea is, hey, so we can why just grow the algae, and if you look at the inside of algae, it's always everywhere. It's 50 to 60%. Some algae have 70% of weight are oil. So basically, you grow the oil. So you can directly convert the plastics. So you don't need to extract, you don't need to purify, so to reduce the cost. So that's what we made first time.
Go ahead.
However, the problem is that it's still expensive. Still can be 3 times more. And then I also learned that, so this one kind of our unique way to approach this Mardi Gras bees that microalgae can produce not only oil, but also chemicals that can be used as the medicines or supplement, like a food supplement or colors, natural colors. And that is crazily expensive, or you can sell. So for example, the Mardi Gras bees currently you sell about $1 per pound. That's kind of around the range. But with same, and then from same amount, you can sell this natural product from microalgae. You can sell $50,000 per pound, 50,000 times more. So all of a sudden you say, wow, we can make so much money. So the idea now is we exploring is why we just grow the algae to get that natural product and sell it. And then leftover, which is include oil, then we can make a Mardi Gras bees. So that the profit from that sales can compensate so that we can basically sell same price as regular Mardi Gras bees. So that's kind of idea.
That's remarkable. You nailed it. That was a great explanation of everything. How did you originally discover this was going to be bio?
Yeah, so originally discovered that algae accumulate so much oil was actually mistaken by undergraduate student. Actually, he now is in the medical schools. He's very smart. He's a hard worker, and he's almost there. He's gonna be doctor in the futures. And one time he was working in my lab, and one of his tasks was come to the lab and collect the samples 3 nights in a row, because we want to know when the algae accumulate oil most. So basically 3-night job. Come here, put the centrifuge, they spin down, and then put in freezer so that we can analyze layers on that day. And he came every day, but second night he perhaps a party is going on. He came just to do his work and he quickly left. And then later we analyzed, and he showed me the data, and the second day samples, huge amount of oil there. We tested different type of algae, but whatever type of algae, second day, huge amount. And we said, okay, something going on, what's happened? And then the student saying, yes, Dr. Kato, I think I came here when I rushed, so I left a sample on the bench. He didn't put in the freezer. But next day he came and he recognized the sample sitting there, so he put the freezers. So that simple mistake, leaving samples after centrifuge on the bench, causing algae accumulate huge amount. Then I check under the microscope. Then I noticed everywhere, as I said, 70% of the weight is oil. Then at the almost same time, I was a family friend talking about how to change Mardi Gras bees, and I learned it's so much, the biodegradable plastic so expensive. And I started, wait a minute, maybe this is the way which can directly make the plastic from this one. So that's how we started.
Wow, that's a fascinating story, backstory behind it all.
Yeah.
So what needs to happen going forward for this to, I guess, happen at full scale?
Yeah, so biggest challenge is bring this technology is outside the lab, outside campus, which meaning corporate or someone have to make it. And at this point, because of the unique situation of Mardi Gras, which is not corporate sponsors, so Mardi Gras cruise won't purchase until price really competitive, which meaning almost same price. So yeah, some investors approach me saying, yeah, you're doing great job, I want to invest. The first question is always, okay, how much I can make it? Then my answer is zeros. No way, if you want profit, because Mardi Gras price increase, so no one's buy, so can't make it. So then that investor lost interest to invest more. On the other hand, if I approach to the nutraceutical or natural product companies, so because of that, I was making a great amount of natural product. Then I explain what I'm doing is, why are you spending such a things which won't make any profit? You have to drop the project, focusing on produce natural product. So they now kind of, okay, someone have to bring same things at one companies. Otherwise, it won't work. So now actually, I actually made a spin-off companies called Microalgae LLC, which just initiate to show the people, yes, you can make a profit, or you can do something good or support environmental and the local cultures. So that's the hardest part we are working on. Hey, working on investors who interested in explain what we are doing. And even though, yes, production Mardi Gras bees may not make a money, but yet that's maybe the one way we kind of a new way to celebrate Mardi Gras bees.
Great. What about on the research end? Is there anything more that you need to research and understand before scaling this up?
Yeah, so research-wise, so the question is like how we can extract the nutraceutical or natural product more efficiently. As I saying, every time make a cost. So best way is in least expensive way and most efficient way we extract. To do so, actually, I'm now collaborating with other professor who is in engineers, because I'm not specialized that one. So that person can actually come the idea to efficiently extract this neutral compound, then using leftover materials to make bees. On the other hand, making Mardi Gras bees, actually, there is a company, local company in Louisiana, who is willing to make Mardi Gras bees. That company actually plastic molding company, and making product for, they say, armies for the plastic part. But the president of the company is so environmental concerned, and actually she likes the idea, and she actually helped me to make the prototype the balloons which we made through the company's machinery for almost free of charge. So that's a great help. So the line's there. So now the research-wise, okay, how we can produce this expensive way.
Sounds like it's all coming together, though. All.
Yeah. So gradually, step by step.
If you had to guess, can you even say how many years till Mardi Gras has its recycled or biodegradable beads?
So this summer we plan to produce first batch of biodegradable Mardi Gras beads, which only about 3,000 necklaces. So it's not much, but so idea is we can distribute that beads to Mardi Gras crews so that they can kind of look at the holding, and we ask how much you willing to pay. And then from there we can take our orders. Then following year we gradually increase the amount of Mardi Gras beads. So first goal is to even one float one crew, even one crew members get bees and just throw. That's their goal. So that could be happen in not 2 years from now.
Great. That'd be awesome. I'm sure a lot of people will get really excited about that once they can actually hold them.
Yeah, so
have a necklace around their neck.
So it's a funny story here. So yes, so people, my friends and neighbors and people who hear this news, they say, "Great! I want to keep the biodegradable Mardi Gras bees." And I say, if you keep the Mardi Gras bees, then I don't need to produce biodegradable bees. The problem is, people just throw away. And that's clogged in the drainage in the New Orleans. That's toxic material spread all the frontier. That's the problem. That's people just ignore the fact that things you just throw away causing environment. Because if you go New Orleans Mardi Gras, it's crazy amount of Mardi Gras bees. So yes, they can keep some, but rest of them just have fun. So if you want to keep it, then I don't need it.
Do you know at all how much or what kind of numbers per se is how many beads are getting down in there? Or
yeah, so it's actually a news saying 93,000 pounds of the beads are found only during 5 blocks. So calculating that, if we have the pond, which size is football field, which is about 1 acre, then we can produce more than that. So the first goal is to produce the algae, grow the algae with football size pond, so that we can create Mardi Gras bees that cover the amount which clogged, causing problem in New Orleans. And then regarding, then to replace all of them, we need 20 acres, or 20 of them.
Once the bees are in the sewer, so say, if you somehow could get everyone out there with, if this Mardi Gras was only biodegradable beads, once those get in the sewer, how long would they take to break down?
Right, so currently our Mardi Gras beads actually degrade shortest one 1 week, and the longest is 2 to 3 years. So it's kind of also another part of research we have to look at, because you don't want your Mardi Gras beads melt around your neck during the rain. But on the other hand, you don't want to keep the beads stacking for 100 years. So I think that 1 or 2 years, maybe it's a good range, so that basically even though it goes drain and a sewing system, after 1 or 2 years, we decompose.
So.
Yeah, right. So I don't blame to have fun. I think I like the Mardi Gras. It's great. If you once you join, you can't stop to having a bees. So also when I moved this region first time, I don't get it. My house actually located one of the route, and the house advertisement is at last, but most importantly, the house located in the route. When I got that advertisement, we don't get it. Why it's so important? But now I got it. Oh, it's so much fun. We invite friends and have great time. So I think it's important to celebrate Mardi Gras Bees. That's one of the greatest cultures the Louisiana uniquely have. It's great food and the people. This one, I think, the greatest things in Louisiana. But as my family friend keeps saying, we can change. We don't need harm environment to keep our traditions.
Fantastic. Well, I think that might be a good place to end it. That was all my questions.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
I don't think, including me, people don't understand exactly what to do with biodegradable items. So if they were to receive a bead, what, do they just throw it in the sewer, or should they throw it in the
right,
trash?
so...
If you can answer it, Cody.
Yeah, so my hope is that I don't think we can replace all Mardi Gras beads to biodegradable, and I think it's not necessary. So my hope is that once people catch the biodegradable beads, that people start thinking, why this guy is throwing biodegradable beads, and then why I want to keep these ones, but not other ones. and what's happened the other one, and what's happened if I throw this biodegradable beads, throw what's happened, and what's happened I throw this regular plastic, what's happened. Just let's people think. Then I think we can change. Then actually basic mentality could change. So that's my hope.
That's great.
That's really cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Awesome.